Round picks. It just keeps coming, Shams. The Pistons, we know they get some three-point shooting. Are they done?
Hey, now, one of the biggest Pistons priorities right now in free agency is restricted free agent Jalen Duren. The sides clearly have not come to an agreement yet. It looks like it's going into the free agency period come June 30th and July 1. But in the meantime, the Pistons are scouring the market for players out there. Is there someone like Tyler Hero with the Bucks? Could he become available in the next few days? The Bucks obviously made that big trade with the Miami Heat to get Giannis to Miami. But in the meantime, they're also getting a ton of incoming calls on Tyler Hero. And if the price meets it, they'll have to listen. But in Isaiah Joe, the Pistons are getting one of the best three-point shooters over the last 4 years, a floor spacer next to Cade Cunningham, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, they're in a situation where they save a ton of money as well. And Isaiah Joe goes to Detroit.
Yeah, somebody needs to take the pressure off Cade. Obviously, Duren was less than what they were hoping for in the playoffs. Let's go to the Celtics. Active trade talks. You've been reporting it for days for Jaylen Brown. What's the sense of urgency to deal him in the next few days here, Shams?
And the Celtics are actively discussing Jaylen Brown deals around the league, from my understanding. And sources tell me that the Celtics asking price, depending on the team, ranges up to 4 first-round picks at least in a trade for Jaylen Brown. They pursued Giannis. We know about that, and Jaylen Brown was involved in those trade talks as well as other first-round pick considerations as well. So clearly, after Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP just 2 years ago and was a league finalist for MVP this year, that might have rubbed him the wrong way. And so now they're in a situation with 3 years left on his deal. They are now seeing what is out there, what is his value around the league, and I think we'll get more clarity as the days continue.
Yeah, free agency beginning Tuesday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Shams, I know you're standing by, so if anything breaks, we'll get back to you. Thanks, my friend. All right, if Jaylen Brown is moved this offseason, he would become just the 5th player ever traded within 3 seasons of winning Finals MVP. He'd be the first to do so since KD in 2019. By the way, Shaq, he's the only one to go on and win another title with his new team. As we welcome in our esteemed panel, we have Bobby Marks, who must have flown overnight from New York, Janae Ogumake, Danny Green. So psyched to be talking to you guys about everything that has been happening. But first, Bobby, you know he has to keep it real for us. So in terms of value, how's Jaylen Brown viewed around the league?
Hannah, it's all over the place. I think it's a matter of what teams you talk to. I think it's the analytics versus the eye test. The analytics are not great. When you look at Jaylen Brown the last 4 years, Boston's net rating is better with him off the court. This past year, they were a +10 when Brown was off the court. However, I'm an eye test person.
Yes,
so when you go eye test, and I know Danny likes the eye test too.
Yes, I do.
This is what I see.
Yeah.
Top 10 player in the NBA, 29 years old, in the prime of his career, on a 3-year contract without a player option here, and has played at least 60 games in 4 out of the last 5 years. So you know what you're getting with Jaylen Brown. So it's all over the place.
He literally kept them afloat with Jason Tatum on the bench. They exceeded expectations.
Yes, I mean, again, I'm more of an eye test person than analytics. What did Josh Hart?
Well, they call it strategy now, Danny.
Okay.
It's a fancy name.
So, yeah. Again, I'm not Josh Hart where I say analytics is like, what does he say? A post that you can lean on, but you can't get you home, you're drunk or something like that. So I think analytics are important, but I'm more of an eye test person. Jaylen Brown is a top 10 player in this league. And if you can't get another top 10 player or top 20 players for him, I think you're losing out. And now Giannis is off the table. What are you looking for? Why are we still dangling this guy out here unless you for sure have a certain U-turn or reroute of a person or pieces that makes sense? There are teams that we'll discuss later on, but I just don't see it. Unless somebody else is willing to give up another franchise guy for Boston, why would you break up this duo that has shown that they've been successful over the last 2 or 3 years?
There's a hypersensitivity to Jaylen Brown, and he has embraced it, willing to be the villain, at times being the bad guy on the court, the one calling out the league, and obviously snapping back or clapping back at our old friend, Stephen A. Smith. I think there's a sensitivity because of the podcast or the Twitching, Twitch streams, and that narrative that confuses people from what he's actually doing. I'm an analytics girl. I didn't even know the numbers.